The second one I belong to is, as you mentioned earlier, the IPDA, which is the Internet Philatelic Dealers Association. And this is a organization that was started in 2002. I didn't come along till about maybe 3, 4 years ago, but it was formed by a group of dealers who just wanted to create an organization where any customers buying stamps, if they know if they know they're dealing with an IPDA member, that they know they can trust them, because there is a lot of distrust in the biggest organizations out there, even the ones for dealers. Uh, and the IPDA's mission is to just educate and inform their dealers on best practices, and to educate customers too. Right now, our website is getting a makeover, bring it into the current century, and we're also uh, with that creating a collector's corner, which will have a lot of educational articles on just basic stamp collecting uh, information, and tips on buying stamps. Also, what to look for in a dealer, what to look for in the listings, what to look for in the images that are shown, and uh, the kind of language that's used in the listings and descriptions. So our aim is to educate both collectors and the dealers to bring trust to the online selling community.
Absolutely. I know that we get a number of people that come into HipStamp and will write to our support channel. Maybe they've inherited a collection, or they've gotten into collecting and now they're looking to sell. And we actually get a frequent number of people who ask, how should I be listing things to, optimize my
Mm.
relationships with customers. So I was actually talking to Greg Dahl recently. I actually see he's in the chat. I understand he's also a member of the IPD. I think he's your chairman, about the
Oh, you let
collector's
him
corner, and I'm
in?
excited to have that as a resource. Yeah, I'm excited to have that as a resource for our members, because I know that you guys have been working hard on developing that.
Right. And I'm the editor of the IPDA newsletter. So, oh, and
Oh,
that is the
of
current,
course, of course.
and the current issue. At any time, the current issue is available to the public too. You can go to the IPDA stamps website, and the public can download or read the current IPDA newsletter.
Is that under, just for anybody who's following along, if you go to their website, there's a tab that says services, and then underneath that is newsletter. So I'm going to link that now, just so
Okay.
people, if they are looking for it, access to it in our channel there, our chat channel over there. All right. Well, and I understand that the IPDA has some big things coming up. You mentioned the new website, that you guys are revamping
Mm-hmm.
that. I was going to say, if I wanted to become a member of the IPDA, how would I go about doing that?
Okay, well, you go to ipdastamps.com, not .org, it is .com, IPDA stamps. And there, right at the top, navigation bar, there's home, login, blah, 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 and apply to join. You hover over the apply to join uh, menu choice, and you'll get a drop down menu that tells the qualifications and the fees, and there's an online application form. So you just fill out the online application form if you feel you can abide by the qualifications and the code of ethics that's posted on the website also. And then uh, a group of 9 directors reviews the applicant, reviews their store, and let you know if you're in or out. And you don't have
Wonderful.
to be perfect, a big store and with perfect listings. If we find a few things that are kind of iffy, well, we can even make you a provisional member where someone will be assigned to you and kind of guide you along too. To you're pretty close to membership, but if you just do this and this, we'd like to see this in a listing. We like to see back scans. We like to see good descriptions. Don't leave it up to the customers to just. One thing we hate is look at the scan for condition. No, we none of our dealers are allowed to just simply say look at the scan for condition. If there are faults, you describe the faults. If there are no faults, then you can say mint, condition, no faults. But so, yeah, there's things we want the customers to know.
Well,
So,
and I really appreciate that. I work a lot with buyers as well as sellers on our platform, and I definitely think that transparency is really important. And I really like that your organization is working not just um, on, being I guess a badge of honor, but also developing sellers. So like you said, maybe working with someone to say, hey,
mhm,
you've got a great start, but these are some things you could work on. Because
right.
I think the hobby can be intimidating sometimes. Coming from somebody who wasn't in the hobby, 5 or 6 years ago and got in maybe about 4 years ago, it's intimidating sometimes when you come in. And so having an organization that's working to also educate people who, that's really important.
Right. Yeah, and even doing my YouTube channel, that's kind of opened up my eyes to as far as not assuming that people know certain things, that even the most basic thing that there's someone out there who doesn't know that. And so you got to be patient and you have to just provide that information and education.
Absolutely. Well, and so that actually touched on the next thing I was excited to talk to you about. For those of you who are, joining with us today, Ted has a very interesting YouTube channel. You probably all already know it, but I'm still going to hype it up and introduce it a little bit. It's called Ted Talks Stamps, and he has a lot of videos there. And one of the things I'm most interested in is just to know how you got started in doing that, Ted.
um, well, guess who was the main impetus behind that? The big inspiration. I'm not going to say his name, but his initials are Graham Beck. uh,
I figured he might be involved there.
yeah, because I was looking for stamp content on YouTube, and I couldn't find anything. Um, Here and there, I saw uh, a video, but it was always the same thing: the 10 most valuable stamps in the world, the 10 most valuable German stamps, the 10 most. It was always about the most valuable and the most rare. That doesn't help me for my day-to-day collecting. I wanted to find some good actionable information, and I found there was one channel called Stamp Show Here Today, which is actually a podcast run by the guys from PSE, Professional Stamp Experts, who do stamp grading. But their YouTube channel is simply the audio of the podcast. They don't video themselves, so it's just their uh, Stamp Show Here Today logo with the audio. I said, well, that's fine, but I've already heard the podcast. Besides that, I watch a video to watch a person, and I couldn't find any pseudo. Somehow, oh, of course, YouTube probably recommended a exploring stamps video, so I came across Graham. I said, "That's it. That's it. This guy knows it. This guy knows what I want." and and as good as he is, I said, "Well, there's still other stuff I want to see, explained." And I said, "Well, there's stuff I know that someone might be interested in." So I said, "I'll start doing that. I'll talk about what I know." And yeah, that's what happened.
So, one of the questions we also got submitted, actually pre submitted today via Discord, in tune with what we're already discussing, is did you decide to do a history or ideas focused set of videos, or is just sort of how it naturally developed?
Yeah, um, you'll notice the first few videos are like country or area specific. I did a one on the set of Poland set of royalty stamps, and then Austria's vacation land Austria stamps, and I wanted to concentrate on a different country or a certain set from a country. Then uh, I discovered unboxing videos, of other subjects. Someone unboxing their new video camera, unboxing this, and then I said, "Hey, that'd be kind of fun to do an unboxing of stamps, where I can just order like say, a kiloware lot of stamps and examine what I received." So I started doing that, and now lately, well, the last video was a video chat, and I really enjoyed that. I got up. I've wanted to do that for a long. I've wanted to do a live stream thing, but I am, as you can tell just from listening to me here, I get tongue tied easily. I'm not a comfortable public speaker. I'll stutter and stammer, and uh,
Oh, so do I. It's
yeah.
fine.
So
You're
so
doing great, Ted.
so I've been hesitant to do a live stream episode, but I did want to do a chat video with somebody. So uh, I don't know if you've seen that one. It's with a lady named Teresa from another forum, who found a rare and valuable Irish stamp from 2014 in a kiloware batch. And
Yeah.
I thought this would be a good opportunity, to try a video chat with her. And she sent me her list of, because I've been doing a lot of video viewer top tens. So I asked her if she could, if she had a top 10, and she had her top 10 favorite finds from Kilaware and, box slots. And I thought, oh, this would make uh, a good subject for a chat video, because it would be better for her to explain what she found, and more interesting, and it gives the viewers, a chance to hear somebody else besides me. So now I'm kind of getting hooked on that. I've done another video that's not up yet. I still have to edit it, with Lawrence Fisher, who won a large gold at uh, the German Ibra philatelic exhibition. So I had a chat with him to talk about how to, how to get started in exhibiting at shows. And yeah, it's also been my desire. I wish I had a stamp friend who lived near me, because I'd really love to have a partner like, Mike and Mike in the morning, the sports guys. I don't think they're on anymore, but yeah, it'd be great if I had found another Ted, wouldn't it? Ted and Ted talk stamps. But yeah, I'd love to have a.
Ted squared.
Hey, there you go. But yeah, I'd love to have a partner with me to just bounce back and forth, discussing stamps. But also takes.
You touched on exhibits. I think exhibits is I've brought my husband to a few stamp shows, kind of just he's into philately, but he wasn't before, and so I was like, "Oh, you got to come with me. You've got to see this." And exhibits was actually one of the things he found most interesting as somebody who wasn't into stamps
uh,
before, because I think it makes it digestible. You know what I mean?
right,
For somebody who hasn't really, dug into the hobby before.
right, yeah, you get a good exhibit that just focuses on a certain subject and explains about the events depicted and explains about the stamps themselves, and it can just bring the hobby to life, really.
I know it's not the same thing, but the show and tell channel on Discord, I really do enjoy those posts you make in there. Um, it's similar, showing with a
Yeah.
quote and a nice close up scan. So I enjoy that quite a bit, and I know others do too.
No, thank you.
Um, Great. Well, do you have a favorite video you've done? I was looking through yours, I think it was a couple weeks ago, and my favorite one is the one on Mr. Zip. Do you
Oh
have
yeah.
any other that you think are a standout?
uh, I don't know if they really stand out, but they're actually the earliest ones are my favorite. The ones about the Polish royalty stamps and the Austria vacation land. Because those were I was really touching on the some of my favorite stamps. Also Ukraine. I love the stamps of Ukraine. In fact, I like a lot of the ex-Soviet countries, the Eastern European countries. They put out some really nicely designed stamps and uh, with good production qualities to them. But yeah, I like those, and the one about the rotary press where I explained how the rotary stamp coils are made and all that. It's just those are the ones that got me started. I guess are the ones that still stick in my mind the most as my
Stick in your
favorites.
mind. All right. Well, I know that we post the videos sometimes here, and so do you. But how can we best stay up to date with your channel? I saw you also have a Twitter and an Instagram.
I do. Uh, I've practically eliminated Twitter now because of the whole Elon Musk thing. It's really gotten to be wild and crazy over there. Although it it shouldn't affect me because stamp collectors are still the same old stamp collectors. But I have so much. I take too big of bites on too many plates. I have Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, about a month ago, I said, "Man, I really got to get busy on Instagram again." And for a few days, I was you know posting and posting and posting. But I also have my own stamp forum because people would leave questions or make comments under my YouTube videos. And I thought, yeah, this is it's kind of inconvenient to try to hold a discussion in the comments section of YouTube. I thought it would be neat to have a forum. So I opened a forum on ProBoards called ted.talks.stamps.proboards.com. It's TED Talk Stamps, the forum, where I thought viewers could come and discuss more about what they saw on the videos. So,
And it's
and
my understanding you also even have a TikTok. Is that right?
no, I did, uh,
Oh, okay. It's
but
not active anymore.
no, I tried a few TikTok videos, but uh, I I couldn't manage to make anything that was really compelling to watch in 1 minute. uh, and
They're short
I do
videos
have
are good.
I belong to a few Facebook groups And I have uh, a couple of Facebook pages. I have one page for my store, which I don't keep up on again. ted.talks.stamps. There's a Facebook page, and also a group, classical music on stamps, which I formed. So. Uh, if any of you are, if you like classical
Wonderful.
music, come on by. So, anyways, so there's a lot of different things that keep me busy, and some things happen to fall by the wayside, and they'll be forgotten for a while, and then I'll come back to them.
Well, my before we wrap things up, I know we've kept everybody for almost an hour now, but before we wrap things up, are there any other ways you participate in the philatelic community that you'd like to share with us today? And while he's answering that, does anybody else have questions for Ted? Throw them in the chat, and we will be sure to address them. But is there anything else you kind of wanted to share with us today, Ted?
uh, not really this, as far as philatelic community, I do, although I'm not active on them, I look at all the forums except for one down under. Uh, but the stamp forum, stamp community forum, and stamp bears. I love stamp bears. It's kind of a funny name for a forum, stamp bears, but it's a great bunch of people over there. It's the friendliest stamp board on the net. And
Oh, well, we love to hear
yeah,
that.
so I'm Yu Piao on every stamp forum that I belong to. So uh, look me up. But basically, it's Stamp Bears Discord and TED Talk Stamps, the forum.
We love to hear it, and we love hearing about other ways to connect with each other. I think that's one of the biggest challenges, particularly with the pandemic. Everybody took things online, and
Right.
it's both easy and difficult. It's easier for me to talk to you right now than it would be to meet you in person, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it is difficult to have that connection. So I like when we're not able to get together in person. So I do like hearing about different ways we can all connect with each other and um, see more about what you're doing. And before we kind of conclude things, does anybody have any questions for Ted? I know we had a few pre-submitted and we covered quite a lot of ground here. So um, maybe not, but just wanted to pause and make sure if anybody did have anything they wanted to ask that we made space for that. See, somebody's typing.
Yeah.
I'm all set. Thanks.
Oh.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, Ted, for coming on, and thank you everybody for your patience with the
All right.
technical
Thanks. Thanks, Kat.
difficulties at the beginning. It was great to get to know you, and thank you guys for attending tonight. We hope that you check out Ted's store,
Thanks,
check
Sarah.
out the IPDA. I know if you have questions about the IPDA, there's several members in this Discord who will answer them for you if Ted didn't already. So please feel free to ask about that here, and definitely check out TED Talks Stamps YouTube channel. Um, it is a great resource if you're just trying to learn more about the hobby, and it's also just a cool way to learn about new things. So thank you guys all for joining in today, and if you want to be a part of a chat like this, I see somebody in here who I know is a seller. I think PK Freedom on HipStamp is here today. So if you ever want to come on, just shoot me an email or shoot me a message here on the Discord, and we'd love to have you. But thanks again, Ted, for everything tonight.
Well,
It
thank
was it was
you.
great chatting with you.
All right. Thanks. Bye
I'm
bye.
gonna put my email in the chat real quick. Bye.
Bye bye. So that wasn't too bad, was it? So I hoped you enjoyed that glimpse of my philatelic life. And if there are any of you out there who would like to do a video chat with me and just talk stamps with me, let me know. This is getting to be rather fun and addictive. So, like I said, let me know at tedtalkstamps@gmail.com. And
let's talk stamps. Until next time, this is Ted the Talking Stamp Collector wishing you all happy stamping.